Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet, and another heavyweight news mashup video today, starting with Joseph Parker vs Junior Fa. The final press conference ahead of their fight in New Zealand, Saturday New Zealand time, has been held. So I'll go through lickety-split some of the different quotes from the players involved, and then on to a brief thought or two. So my main preview video this week will be not tonight, but on another day. So in terms of the press conference, it wasn't exactly packed full of entertainment or anything like that. These two guys, don't really do the whole sort of fake beef and sort of giving it the big one. But in terms of Joseph Parker, he is going to stop Junior Fa, and he wants to do it in the first half of the fight. And he doesn't feel pressure, is on him. He feels that he's done his job in training, and really it's up to him to go out there and take care of business. And there has been in recent days a little bit of a controversy or a brouhaha that's been in the media regarding certain things like the judges and gloves, that sort of thing. And in terms of the judges, David Higgins, who is Joseph Parker's former promoter, now his advisor/manager, and is running this event. So Higgins, his company, Duco Events, is staging the event, but it's officially being promoted by Matchroom and also DiBella Entertainment. Lou DiBella promotes Junior Fa. But Higgins said of the whole judging situation, he said it doesn't really matter when Junior's lying on the ground. It doesn't matter who the judges are. And of Junior Fa, so he spoke about how he was feeling now. So you may recall that the fight was originally scheduled for December 2020, but it was postponed because Junior Fa had to undergo some surgery. It hasn't been disclosed what it was, but of the, in terms of the after effects, he's fully healed and he's feeling well, and he believes that he can win this fight. And he actually said if he hurts Parker, he believes he can take him out. But of his health, he said it's not an issue. He's coming into this 100%. And Parker also said the same, that the delay in the fight actually happening allowed him to undergo a little minor procedure on his elbows, those same elbows which he had surgery on back in 2017. So him and his trainer Kevin Barry actually said it's been a bit of a blessing in disguise. And in terms of Fa's condition, because he's been a guy that's sort of been in the mid 250s, sometimes around 260, 6'5", he actually looked like he was in better condition than that. And possibly coming into this weigh-in, he might come in, somewhere under 250, which for him is a very good weight. And I think in reality, he's going to need to box and move. He's the taller, longer guy. It's going to be central to their strategy. And that sort of seems to be, it's not exactly rocket science. He's the taller, longer guy. His assistant trainer, Eugene Berryman, actually said, look, we're going to try build an early lead, maintain that, hold on to it, and that they've prepared for Joseph Parker to come out hard and come out, really hard early on to try to take out Junior Fa. Remembering, there's a lot of people questioning, should Joseph Parker even be in this fight? So there is some expectation that he's going to go in there, look good, and do a number on Junior Fa. But obviously Fa and his team actually have other designs, other plans to pull off the upset here. And Fa, he basically said, look, this is going to change my life. And that was echoed by his manager as well, and also Eugene Berryman, who said, look, it's all there for Junior Fa. There's no pressure on him. Joseph Parker is the one with all the pressure. And Parker's trainer, Kevin Barry, will round out with this comment. He said, if we don't deliver, it's going to be very hard to get back in position to fight a top 5 or top 10, let alone fight for a title. He said, this is a huge step up in class for Junior Fa, and Joseph Parker has been there and done that. So he thinks there is certainly advantages for Joseph Parker heading into this one. Okay, so moving on, the Chinese heavyweight Zhilei Zhang returns to the ring this weekend, and he's already looking past his opponent Jerry Forrest potentially to another fight. So his advisor Terry Lane says that they want a bigger name that will draw more attention for Zhang because he doesn't yet have a big name on his resume. Terry Lane says Chisora is a name like that I like. Joyce is also a fight we would love. Let me say it like this. There's no name that we are looking to avoid. There there are more passionate boxing fans in the UK, including among the Chinese community. Boxers, golfers, or any athletes are global these days, so we would definitely look at the UK. We have no reservations about that. The sand under our feet is constantly changing, but for the right opportunity, we would do it. So that was Terry Lane, the advisor to Zhilei Zhang, speaking to Sky Sports. And his opponent actually for this weekend, Jerry Forrest, and see here on screen, this was a clip that Forrest posted to his social media talking that he's ready for this fight and he's going to give Zhang some work, all that sort of stuff. I would have played it, but unfortunately Jerry Forrest, like so many other boxers, has music blasting in the background. So a trap for young players there. Turn the radio down before you record your clips, because otherwise a lot of people just can't and won't use them because you get a copyright strike. But anyway, he's feeling confident about his chances against Zhang this weekend. The young Australian heavyweight Justis Huni is returning to action in April. And you may recall he was actually meant to be fighting this month, but they had to can that fight, which was going to be in Townsville, because of concussion. He'd been in an out-of-the-ring incident, got concussed, and the symptoms became apparent in some sparring ahead of what is his now cancelled fight. But he is seemingly okay now and will be facing Jack Maris, and that will be on April the 10th on the Gold Coast. So in terms of this matchup, I know next to nothing about Maris, so given what's happened recently, it's probably going to be a somewhat lighter touch, get him back in the ring, get him some activity, remembering they're also going to be looking at Justis Huni going to the Olympics, should they occur later in 2021. So Maris has a record of 2-0, but yeah, as I say, don't know too much about him. I'd imagine that this is going to be a win for Justis Huni, and probably with a minimum of fuss. The American heavyweight Timothy Moten has announced he'll be returning to the ring in March. So Moten advanced to 7-0 at this past weekend, says he'll be returning to the ring on March the 6th. And his opposition so far has been quite a low tier. Seemingly he's ready for a better step up and challenge in opposition. Whether his promoter and management can get him that remains unclear, because at the moment somewhat he's sort of toiling away in obscurity. But rounding up this heavyweight news mashup video, Travis Kuaffman, who retired after a loss to Otto Wallin in August, and that was brought about by an injury he sustained in the ring, has announced that he's coming back to boxing. So he says day one back in the gym, returning to the ring hopefully by August. I'm thinking trying to get down to cruiserweight for a fight unless the WBC starts that other bracket, then I'll take over that. So he might be returning, but it may not be at heavyweight, so we'll have to see on that front. But what do you make of it all? Drop a comment loud and often, hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.